Certainly, those recession concerns are still here.
Yeah, I think this is the year that the bill is expected to come due, basically. Last year, we had all those rising interest rates around the world. It takes a while for that to impact people's bank balances and mortgage repayments. That will flow through to the consumer side of at least the developed economy this year. That's one side of it. Then, of course, you have the idiosyncratic effects. You have the Russia war in Ukraine. That's ongoing and impacting price of energy in Europe. That's a big issue. You've got China's slowdown. You've got US where it is. Some talk that they may escape a recession, but nonetheless, it's certainly not the engine of global growth that it was. So when you look at it, Europe and the US and China all together, it points up to a sluggish year for the world economy, and there is expected to be a lot of pain in the months ahead.
The official PMI numbers out of China, not great. The beige book on China, again, looking like we ended the year in a pretty deep slump. What are the expectations in terms of how quick the rebound could be in the first quarter, given we know the COVID spread, we know all of these now travel restrictions in place as well?
Yep, I think it's a pretty confusing picture, Heidi. Most analysts, from what I read, are basically saying December was worse than anticipated. I suppose that stands to reason given the developments up there. The big question is, again, there's consensus around the coming months will be rough. There probably won't be much of a lift from the Lunar New Year. That's going to be more of a public health story than a consumer spending story. But there's a big question then about when does this reopening dividend start to kick in, or if it does China start to get that boost then maybe from March onwards as consumers get motoring again? And as businesses get back on their feet. But at the moment, it's a pretty tough picture for the economy. Certainly all the focus remains on the spread of the disease rather than any economic rebound, which probably means the authorities will have to put more public money into the system to keep things ticking over. But I think a big question mark now over just when this dividend from the reopening does kick in, and of course whether the property sector gets back on its feet and whether the external demand story for Chinese goods kick in. So a lot of variables for China's economy at the moment, a lot of unknowns, I would say.